Hey guys, so today is the day of the event. It's finally here, it's finally happening. I can't believe that it's happening. It's 6 o'clock right now, and people should start coming in about 30 minutes. I am so thankful that there's people out there that care, that look forward to these videos coming out. And don't worry, this isn't the end. It's just see you later. So yeah, people should start coming in any second now. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so today I'm with
Chopin.
Chopin. How you been?
I've been good in the hood. I can't complain, brother.
That's good. I also heard that you released a new album. Is that right?
Yeah, I did. I released it Friday morning. Yeah, it's called Concourse Boy.
Okay.
Concourse Boy piano improvisations.
What advice can you give to that person just starting out?
If they're not doing what you're trying to do, don't take their advice, because they don't understand you. Nobody's gonna understand you besides you. So really take that chance. If you know you have that talent, if you know you could play an instrument, it don't matter. It don't even have to be the piano. It could be a clarinet, it could be a trombone, it could be a saxophone. Use that talent. Try to hone your skills. Try to really build. Try to start your own foundation, because you could really be the first person to start something generational. That's long term. So when I think about stuff like that, I think about it long term. 5 years, 15 years. I think about the compound. I think about it like it's compound interest, because compound is like gradual. So think about it gradually. So really try to block out any kind of noise and just like start something that's gonna be generational for you and the people around you. And that's what really matters, and that's what is essential.
Wow. Damn. There's nothing more to say. Thank you so much, Chopin.
Good in the hood, my brother.
It's all good in the hood. Listen to the album.
I'm going down.
After wrapping my meeting with Hood Chopin, there was still a loose end to tie. Someone I hadn't heard from in a while, but definitely haven't forgotten. And that person is Noah, aka the Bizarrecade. He hosted the Greatest Gamer Showdown back in the gaming episode. Recognize you from a mile away. How you doing?
That's always the goal. How you? Hey guys, no, it's good to be here. It's a blast. It's a beautiful day. It's been a minute. The hair's changed, but the personality is loud as ever.
Can you maybe talk about like what it takes to make it, the mentality behind that, anything?
Yeah. I think the primary thing is if you're in that position where you're just like going at it, right, and you've been struggling, and you get that. These are the key triggers of burnout, right? When you start to feel like almost spiteful in a bit of a way. Stop for a little, take a step back, think, what can I do differently? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. Because in the end, I think the real secret, yes, this is a luck-based game, but it's also a preparedness-based game. Success is the intersection of luck and preparedness, and like,
wow.
It's not a novel idea. It's a known phrase, but the truth is that like, it is going to be lucky when it happens. It is going to be a bang. But if you are not primed to take advantage of that, to capitalize, then it's going to come in and out. You're going to wait for the next luck cycle. Keep throwing it in there. Yeah, no one is an overnight success. You just haven't heard of them yet.
Wow, that straight goal is always Noah. Thank you so much for the advice. I really appreciate it. And everybody, make sure you check out the Bizarrecade on Instagram, on YouTube,
Yes.
and check Noah. He's always busy. He's always in New York.
I correct you. I didn't correct you sometimes.
After linking up with Noah, I headed back to Washington Square Park to spread the word about the event one last time. But in the back of my mind, there was still someone I hadn't heard from. Someone whose chapter felt unfinished. Tyme, the street artist from the art episode. Hey Tyme, how you doing?
Good, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, man. Thank you for coming out again and doing another interview with me.
Yeah, of course.
When you're not thinking about all that, what excites you?
A lot of things, really. Mainly UFOs and time travel. I'm big on extraterrestrial life and life that exists beyond us. I mean, we're such a small life form in such a big body of space.
If you could leave the people watching this with one last message, what do you think that would be?
That the everyday life that we're living on a day-to-day basis isn't what we think it is to be. There's so much more than that. There's so much more unknown stuff that we aren't being told, and that could change life forever. Could change the way that we live life forever. And I think that's really cool, and I think more people should dive into that, and we could grow from that as a society.
Okay, so here we have our first attendee.
Hello.
Who are you?
Well, my name is Edward, but I also go by Renwick or Lysander. Lysander's my witch name. That's probably what I'm going to be using tonight.
So, yeah, this is an example of one of the people that I met on the journey. An amazing person, and I'm glad you can make it. Yeah, let's go inside and get your name tag. How about that?
Sounds good.
And so, people started to come in, but would I match their expectations?
Okay, energy, I like that. Everybody has a calling, everybody has a purpose, and you can know that purpose. What do you want to do but are scared to do? Yeah, I took a leap of faith and I went to Washington Square Park, and the cool thing is that like as soon as I stepped into the park where there was the chess hustlers. So like literally, as soon as I went into the park, the video started because all those guys are like, hey, like chess game. 4 months ago, I was convinced that I didn't have any gifts. But today I realized that purpose is not one thing. People talk about what's my purpose? What's the point of life? That's a loaded question. But what that means is that it has to have a loaded answer. Purpose is not one thing, it's multiple things combined. This has been more helpful to me than any therapy or anything because this really got me outside of my comfort zone. It got me outside of the cave and it got me into the world. Okay, thank you! Thank you. Thank you very much. We all sit like this in a circle and then we can go around and we can share our name and then what we do, or what we're working on, or maybe what we want to work on, or maybe just anything, literally anything. So I'll go first.
And as I set the example, I was curious. What stories would unfold in this circle? What journeys had brought these strangers here? I had no idea what to expect, but what I heard absolutely moved me.
So, my name is Dominic. I, ironically, funny enough, want to do a very similar thing as Jack has done. He's inspired me. I've always had this very similar idea as Jack, to go out of my comfort zone, speak to people, build relationships, and kind of break that barrier that I've always had.
I told you I don't like flying, I don't like the heights, but I did a skydiving before.
What?
Yeah, I'm really scared flying in the heights, so I pushed myself to do skydiving case. But because I always feel
That's cool.
benefits.
I've always felt as an online teacher, I'm someone that leads from behind, like being that quiet leader. But with my friend, I realized, you know what, it's okay to take space. That even though I am more soft-spoken, that, you know what, everyone has a role to play, and that, even in your softness, or even if you're intense or extroverted, we can all still be great leaders and lead in whatever fashion is most authentic to who we are.
Like, I definitely don't want to be like in the normal molds. I definitely want to be like my own branch. And I'm pretty sure like my creativity side, but not through my words, like here through my clothes or how I perform.
Yeah.
I was in fintech and I hated the corporate life, and I'm very much a creative person. And I wanted to start my own YouTube video, and then he comes along. He's like, "Yeah, well, I'm on the same journey, and you know, we both struggle with being bold, stepping out of our comfort zone." So I have to say, like, really watching you was very inspirational. And even just like hosting this event, and you know, bringing the people that you know and talking about your journey.
Yeah.
It's really speaking to me.
Thank you.
And in this moment, I felt like we were all exactly where we were meant to be. And it hit me. Maybe this journey was never about me. Maybe it was about making space for others to be seen.
And so, there you have it. A beautiful ending to a beautiful story. You know, on a serious note, if you had told me 4 months ago that I'd meet and make so many friends, so many amazing people, I don't think I would have believed you. God, New York is an amazing city. It's full of chances to cross paths with the most unique people you'll ever meet. And also a healthy bit of adventure, whether that's spray painting a rooftop, selling candy on the subway, or even challenging a chess hustler. I feel sad. I don't want this to end. I don't want this to end. But I guess a thing isn't beautiful because it lasts forever. So, thank you so much for watching. And this is goodbye for now. But when I come back, I wonder what type of adventures will be waiting for us. So, until then, Jack out.